Hi guys, welcome back to the Main Road Expedition. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have two pretty big games for us. We're at home against second place Witton, and then we follow that up with a game against our rivals last season in the league, Silsden. As you can see, we've dropped to third place in the league. All of the teams are dropping points, and we have had a really rotten run of form. As you can see, we've had three straight defeats. We had a couple of friendlies because we had a 2 week break after the league game, but since then we have been very poor. We've changed the tactical style. It hasn't worked out. So we've reverted back to the gegenpress system that we were playing before, but we're just going to play it straight up as is and see what happens with it basically. And going into these two games, we need wins. Like I said, the teams around us have largely been the same. They've been dropping points as well. So as such, I mean, as you can see, it's a very, very tightly contested top half of the league table. There's only 7 points separating first place and 10th, and we're right in the middle of that. So if we can get on a winning run, it would really boost our chances. Our goal difference is far superior to pretty much everybody's in the league, apart from maybe Ramsbottom, who are quite close to us in that manner. So going into this game against Witton, we are hopeful that we can hopefully get back to winning ways. We've had a bit of a team meeting. We've jiggled things about a little bit. And in relation to the way that we're setting up, as you can see, this is how we are. And again, it's just going to have to be what it'll be. I will change that to sweeper keeper on defend, I think. I very rarely use sweeper keeper, but I am hopeful that it might work out in our favour. We've tried to rotate a bit as well. Again, it's not massively worked out for us. Ball playing defender, we don't tend to do very often either, but we're going to give it a go today. It's our strongest lineup, and we've got McGee in goal, Keeling, Furtado, Adewoju, and Bates at the back, Payne, Williams, and Ulimwengu in the midfield three, with Amamiego, Norton, and Tor as our front three. And as I was saying before, I'm just hoping that we can maybe look a little bit stronger defensively. Since McGee has come in goal, he hasn't had the best of times, but we'll just see how we get on. And fingers crossed, we can improve our form because, like I say, we really haven't been up to scratch these last few games. But as you can see, one draw in our last five. But neither of the other teams, like I say, so it's very, very close. But we need to start winning games soon. And if we can get a win against Witton today, one of our league titling rivals, of course, it would certainly give us a confidence boost. Duckworth there with a header over the crossbar. Incidentally, he is one of the top scorers in the league, along with Tor and another player as well. We've had 3 yellow cards already in this game, and two of our defenders with yellow cards as well, which isn't ideal. Lunt here with a free kick for Witton. He looks to whip it in. It's a good strike, and Luke McGee, somewhat unorthodox way of doing so, but he does keep it out. It's good to see him make a save, to be honest, because at times, I mean, we lost 1-0 to Penrith, and he was a big error for that goal. He really was very poor for that. Here is Bates. He does well to get onto it. Chance to knock it long if he can, and he does knock it over the top in the end. Darren Norton was offside, though, and it comes to nothing. As you can see, as things stand, we're actually dropping down to fourth with the way other results are going at the moment. Ramsbottom are playing Lancaster, so that is a tight game as well as ours with Witton at the moment. I'm going to say to the lads that we're not happy with the performance. We've created plenty of opportunities. I think the gegenpress style certainly is suiting us. And we've been awarded a penalty here. Norton pushed over in the centre of the box, and Jack Williams with a big chance to give us a lead here. This would be a big confidence boost for the side if we can convert, which he does, straight into the bottom corner. A very convincing penalty again from Jack Williams. It's his 14th of the season, and we will certainly take that. A very, very good penalty. Like I say, straight into the bottom corner, fired it home with his left foot, and we have a lead here. And I'm looking at the players on yellow cards now that we've got this lead, and I'm thinking, do we take them off? Here's Darren Norton. Whips the free kick in. It's just over the crossbar. I was a bit surprised he went for goal from that distance, but wasn't too far away. But we've created a lot more chances today. It's probably the best performance we've had. I mean, obviously, we've reverted back to that gegenpress system, as I mentioned before. And this is by far the best performance that we've had for a number of matches. I just hope it can stick. Luntz here with a free kick. McGee's positioning doesn't look great here. And Luntz strikes, and McGee did get across to it. But fortunately for us, it did go wide. And it remains 1-0. Here is Jack Bates into Adewoju. Kai Payne knocks it to Fayetado. Adewoju just holding on to it at centre-back, looking over the top for Tor. Tor does well, actually, to control that and knock it back to Payne, and Williams into Adewoju. Again, looking over the top. Tor, I think, may have been offside there. Haswell finds Lunt, who does look over the top, and Anderson was attacking it, but Bates does well. McGee into Furtado. Now Adewoju. Just holding on to it. Kai Payne holding in that midfield. Iron Tor holds on to it. That's a good pass. Eyemamiego for his first for the club, and again, it's over the crossbar. Another wasted chance. He's still yet to score for us. 7 attempts on target out of 20 attempts at goal. Just the one goal to show for it. It's very close as we go into the final minutes, but that is a huge 3 points for us. Eyemamiego, again, struggling in front of goal, but our back four, McGee with probably his best performance for the club so far, and Williams obviously converting that penalty. Certainly a strong performance from us, that one. A really good result. We're back to winning ways at last. And hopefully it gives us something to build on going into the game against Silsden, who are in that top 10 that I mentioned before. They're sat in 8th place at the minute. So again, they are within touching distance, really. But that win does put us back atop of the league. Ramsbottom actually beat Lancaster, so we're above Ramsbottom purely on goal difference. We're now a point ahead of Lancaster, 2 points ahead of Witton and Radcliffe and Penrith, and only a further point from Workington, so it's extremely close with that top 10 at the minute. If we can get another win against Silsden, I really think that it could give us that extra boost that we need going forward. In terms of like extra fixtures coming up, I mean, obviously half the league is in a title race here. Obviously Silsden are next, but we've got Ramsbottom to play, we've got Lancaster to play, and then the last couple of games of the season are actually against teams near the bottom of the league. So if we can get into a good position for these last few matches, hopefully we will be able to get ourselves sorted. But we've got a week to get through until that game against Silsden, so just bear with me, and hopefully we will be in line for another good result. Okay, guys, here we go for the game away against Silsden. Again, hoping for a good result today. It would open up a gap, and potentially a win for us would see us go 9 points ahead of Silsden and potentially knock them out of this title race. But anything can happen. 9 points isn't a lot, really, in the grand scheme of things, especially after today's game. There's still 10 league matches to go. So, a lot to play for. If we can get a win today, it would really put the pressure on all of the other teams. Lancaster are against Northwich, who are one of those teams in the chasing pack. Penrith are against Glossop, who are in the bottom half of the table. Let's have a look. Who has got who? There's not too many conflicting matches, to be fair. A lot of it is top half against bottom half. Arguably, we've got one of the harder games out of this group of teams. So we just have to go out there and do the best job that we can. McGee, Keeling, Furtado, Adewoju, Bates in the defence, Payne, Williams and Ulimwengu in the midfield, Eyemamiego, Norton and Tor as the front three once again. Much happier with the way that we played in the last game. We controlled it quite well. Let's go again and do the same. It's going to be a tough one, we know that. Silsden have had the beating of us beforehand, but we are in a much better position than we were last season. Silsden haven't lost in their last 5, though. They're in excellent form. They drew last time out, but they'd won their previous 4 games. So it's going to be a tight one. I think we are slight favourites, but at the same time, Silsden's form could make them slight favourites. So plenty to concentrate on. Lancaster have taken an early lead against Northwich. They're 2 goals to the good. In fact, Witton are also 2-0 up in their game. Here's Furtado into Jack Williams. Mamiego holding on to it. Finds Keeling. Now Williams again. Couldn't quite get a pass away. I think he got slightly clipped by the striker Burland, and Burland's in behind now, and McGee again at fault, failing to keep it out. It wasn't a very good piece of goalkeeping from him, and we find ourselves a goal behind here. Not ideal. That drops us down to 5th. That's how close it all is at the moment. And Silsden are looking to potentially get a second here. Sung with the corner, whips it in toward the near post, and there's the header. Again, it's Burland, and he's got the beating of us. He scores against us so many times, and we're going to berate the team. It's been half an hour, we're 2 goals down, and despite all the positives of the last game, we have been poor today. And Silsden again looking over the top and long. McGee coming all the way out to pick it up. Finds Adewoju. Now Bates, back into Adewoju. Just trying to hold on to possession a little bit here, and the ball over the top is so poor. Norton didn't even make the run, and Batch into Gledhill. Looking over the top again, Furtado wins the header. Kai Payne back to McGee. Now Furtado into Williams. Keeling. Looking over the top, Mamiego controls it well. Looks to get in behind. He has got Tor in support. He steady goes for goal. Tor manages to make the turn with the pass and find Darren Norton. And we do have a goal back here. It was quite a well-worked goal. I wasn't too sure why Mamiego didn't square it earlier for Tor. But Topham made the save and Tor just managed to flick it to Darren Norton, who had quite an easy finish in the end. It's 2-1, but we've still got all the work to do here. Overall, quite an even game, but we need more. Darren Norton with a delivery toward the far post. Tor, I don't know if he won the header or not, but it doesn't matter, as Darren Mamiego has scored. No, he hasn't. Offside given against Jack Williams by the looks of it. So we've suffered there at the end of the first half, but we have managed to get a little bit of momentum. It's just a case of hopefully we can build on it. Good header clear by Adewoju. Sung looking to knock it forward, and McGee just picks it up. Don't make a mistake from there. Keeling knocks it forward. Tor unable to win the header, but Keeling picks it up again. Mamiego makes a run. We could have played it down that left-hand side, but it's very easily dealt with by the Silsden defence. Adewoju just holding on to it and finding Furtado again. Looking over the top, Darren Norton makes a good run this time down this right-hand side. Chance to get it across into the penalty area. He manages to find Iron Tor, and a goal kick given. I'm not too sure if it was deflected off the defender or not, but the finish was poor either way. And it remains 2-1. And all the teams around us are winning. So we really need to pick it up here in this second half. 20 minutes to go. We've not looked like scoring again, really. Here's Darren Norton with a free kick. Whips it in toward the far post. And Jack Williams won the header, but nothing coming from it, really. And we're going to have to make some changes, I think, here. Fitness-wise, we're not looking too bad, but creativity, we're not looking good at all. Darren Norton is going to come off, I think. And we'll probably get Jane Matthew on and Alabi on as well. We don't want any red cards, of course. It's hard enough as it is trying to get back into this game without potentially going down to 10 men. Bates into Ulinwengu. Alabi looking over the top. Iron Tor did try to make the run, but Topham, he should have carried on the run really there. Topham was out of his penalty area, and we had an opportunity maybe there. Matthew looking over the top. It's a poor ball, and Smalley easily clearing. Furtado did well to win the header though. Ulinwengu into Mamiego. Tor into Mamiego again. Chance to get it into the penalty area. Iron Tor's header again. Struggling to hit the target, and that is a big wasted opportunity. We need a little bit more. Jack Williams does well to win that header. Mamiego holding on to it. Instead of going forward, he goes back though to Furtado. And he's just holding on to it. Looking out wide for Mamiego again. He has looked reasonably creative today, Mamiego, but he's just not connected it too much. That's a great delivery. And again, no one attacking it, but Jack Bates into Ulimwengu. Joe Collins was there. It's over the bar. He was offside anyway. But again, 15 attempts, and we've had less shots on target than Silsden today. And it's going to go against us again, by the looks of it. A late equaliser would be something. Matthew into Jack Williams. Now Ulimwengu. Looking over the top. Mamiego in behind Smalley. Crosses. Iron Tor is there. No offside. And that is a big, big equaliser. Mamiego finally connecting with one of his crosses. A massive, massive equaliser for us. Every point is so vital just to stay in this title race at the moment. And Iron Tor, from very close range, he isn't going to miss from a couple of yards out. We managed to get the point that we deserve. But overall, I mean, yes, 4 points from the 2 games isn't too bad. But we need to be a little bit more clinical up front, in my opinion. And again, that's where we've been struggling every single season. That little bit of extra oomph going forward, we've just been lacking it every single season. Even though we're getting plenty of goals out of individuals, we're just missing too many key chances. And as you can see now, 2 points separate the top 6. It is incredibly tight right now. Lancaster beat Northwich 3-1. Penrith actually lost to Glossop. So that is a big result going against Penrith there. But again, they're sat in 8th and they're only 3 points behind us, 4 points from the top. So there's a lot to play for. And there's certainly going to be a lot to keep an eye on going forward. I would want to come back for the Lancaster game. It's a little bit too soon. So what I'm going to do, we'll do Mosley away and Hanley at home. And then we'll come back for Cone at home and Bowmere at home at the end of the season. And we'll just see how things go. I mean, Ramsbottom and Lancaster are massive games for us. We'll just have to see how things go. Like I say, Mosley away, Hanley at home next up. And we will see you tomorrow. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It's all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.